I've always been a fan of Egg McMuffins. I can't tell you how many of these I've eaten over the years, probably too many. They're great, but I can't always get to McDonald's. So I decided to see if I could make an Egg McMuffin and maybe even perfect it just a little bit more using techniques at home that aren't available in the normal McDonald's restaurant. I've done it. So I want to share some tips with you how to make this delicious Egg McMuffin. It's so easy. Follow these techniques and you're going to be a happy camper when it comes to breakfast. First of all, you're going to have all your ingredients. English muffins here. Notice I've got two different kinds. Canadian bacon, American cheese. Thick American cheese that you can only get at the butcher shop. You can't buy this prepackaged. So go buy and get some American cheese. Remember, this is a very patriotic program, American. Now, Canadian bacon. So we kind of got a United Nations deal. Canadian, American, English. An egg and a silicone ring. These things are wonderful. I've tried several different metal rings cooking eggs. They don't work that well, but the silicone ones do. And a cold stick of butter here. Well, let's talk about these muffins. Okay, these are the old-fashioned kind that I used to use all the time. I hated these things. First of all, you gotta pull the thing off, which is hard to do, that little snap on there. And then you gotta get one out of the bag. Okay, and as you get further and further down the bag, see how hard it is to get them back in and twist them. And then you gotta take a serrated knife, hopefully, and cut one of these things very carefully, and hopefully don't cut yourself, cut a tendon. That would not be fun. Well, I'm happy to report to my viewers there's something better on the market here. Regular than the old-fashioned kind of muffins, there are these wonderful things here made by Bay's English Muffin. These things are wonderful. So all you do is pull the tab, take a muffin out, and notice here, it's already pre-cut perfectly. Now, how good is that? Then, before we get rolling here, we've got to crack an egg into a small cup here, and I'm going to put just a little bit of water in there, pour it out, get it kind of nice and moist. So it's going to be much easier, you'll see, because we want a perfectly round egg. Do that. And there we have a nice, perfect egg yolk. First thing we need to do, well, get a medium heat going on a non-stick skillet. And then on a bigger cast iron skillet here, we'll get another medium heat going here. Now the next thing we do is we take our butter and we start getting a nice little coat of butter in both of these pans here. Now we do it over here on this cast iron deal. Okay, now let's take our English muffin by Bay's. Let's kind of get that going in here. And notice here, one of the tricks is we're going to grill this, not use a toaster. And grilling is going to make it so much more crunchy. And crunch is just wonderful when you bite into this. Okay, now let's take our egg here and our little silicone deal. Now that this is warmed up, and you want this to be warm, and by using this little cup like this, we'll be able to hopefully get a nice round egg in there. Let's see what we got. If we can do this. Yep. And I tilt it just a little bit so it gets in the center. Isn't that looking nice now? Nice round. And we're going to put a lid on that and cook it from top down for about 3 to 4 minutes. Now, McDonald's, they'll break that yolk. I don't want my yolk broken. I like a nice full yolk. And now, while we're doing all that, we'll take a piece of Canadian bacon, American cheese, and we're going to move that over to the microwave here for about 15 seconds, just so it melts nice and good. As you can see, this cheese now nice and perfectly melted. Doesn't that look good? Huh? You know this is going to be some seriously good stuff. So we'll get that back and out of the way over here. Okay. Let's check on our egg. Starting to do it. Let's watch this now. Watch this. All you do is just grab this little deal here, pull this up, and look at that guy. Now that It's a seriously round, beautiful egg. And I'm a great believer in aesthetics when it comes to cooking. Things that look nice just taste better, wouldn't you say? Okay, our egg is now done, so we'll move this over out of the way, back here. And, oh yeah, see how nice and brown these are right here? That's going to be a nice crunch. So these things are done. And we can move this over a little bit and take our plate here and do the assembly process. Well, what are we talking about? Well, let's get our little cheese right there. Okay, look at that, looking good. And over here, got our egg ready to go. Put that right in the middle. Put the lid on that thing. And there we have, guys, a beautiful, beautiful Egg McMuffin. But you just look at that thing. It's gonna be nice and crunchy, but it's still a little hot. So we're gonna wrap this up for about a minute or two and let those cheeses, the English, the Canadian, the American, all get together. You can take these on a fishing trip with you. Anywhere, put them in the car, they're good 2 or 3 hours later, room temp. What a wonderful deal. All right, let's see what we got here. See if we got a little crunch here. See if you can hear the crunch now. I got my mic on. Listen carefully. Oh, wow. That is a wonderful egg sandwich. We're talking Egg McMuffin on steroids. Enjoy this, guys. Remember, the clean kitchen is a happy kitchen. I'm not pretty sure this is a happy kitchen. Adios and yum yum.